Well, yeah, I was sitting outside a cafe and I was looking for, as you know, writer directors do, looking for your next, idea. And I saw this guy getting out of his house, and he was a rock guy. He had a ponytail and he was wearing sunglasses. He looked very cool. He was a little bit over the hill, like myself, so I identified with him. And he had two things in his hand. One was a guitar, and one was his daughter, who he was bringing to school. And that was enough to kind of start. And I rang up my friend Peter McDonald, who co-wrote this, and said, "What do you think of this guy?" And I knew that Peter would say, "I love this guy. I am this guy. We are all, after 40, you're just that guy." And still clinging to the dream of, I can wear a pair of jeans and a leather jacket just about, and I'm not fully dyeing my hair yet. I still have the door is just closing. And you've got the kid and the family. And I just love that tension and the humor and the kind of pathos and all of everything that came with this guy. I should knock on his door actually and say thanks. But that was the kind of genesis of the project, and getting such a great response from a friend, Peter, who was like, "We should totally go and write this about this guy. We love this guy."
Day one of shooting was for us, our first scene together is the first scene where we really get to know each other in the film. And I think that it happened pretty naturally. We were both excited to play these parts and be in it. And I don't think chemistry is something that you can really fake. And thankfully, we clicked right away, and it seemed easy. And it set the tone for the rest of the stuff that we had to shoot.
First day was kind of the perfect scenario because the whole scene was about getting to know each other. And so it was written that way, and then the things that we were able to just kind of play in the space with, and John giving us the freedom to kind of break out and just have some fun around the piano and play those moments out really allowed for us to bond pretty quick. And we had a lot of mutual friends that said we'd get along pretty well. So I think the stage was set for that, but then overall it was just a great experience.
From your lips to the ears of God. Let's hope that that's what happens to it. But for me, it's a mixture of things. I'm going to have to listen to this song 1,000 times making this movie, so it better be something I kind of like. And then you give your ideas to Gary Clark, who turns them into. He just has this gift for daring to sort of use his voice to sort of go into that place that other songwriters, and certainly myself, I'm not a professional songwriter, go, or dare to go. He just gives you that hooky, singable, earworm chorus that this movie needs. Because the song needs to be a few things. And often with a movie and a musical, you're like, give me your best song. I just need your best song. But this was a little bit more. This was like, give me your best song, but it needs to come from this character of Rick, who's in Ireland with his family, and it needs to translate to Danny, who wants to give it a bit of sort of Snow Patrol, Coldplay kind of. It has to be versatile. It has to be you have to be able to interpret it in different ways. So basically, I had that melody swirling around in my head and those few chords for the verse, and a bit of a bridge, and I sent it off to Gary, and Gary made it what it is, and I've listened to it now 1,000 times, and I still just sing it to myself.
Validation, I think it's many things, but it's the closest that he's always had a goal and always had these dreams. And oh my God, this is the closest that he's ever gotten, but nobody knows. So that's enough to make anybody crazy.
He's at a point where he's kind of willing to risk it all to get what he really wants, which is the validation, which is to be respected as a solo artist and to be considered great, and he makes a decision that alters his life, and life is messy, and I think that it's a small example of someone doing a thing to get what they want, but not thinking about the long-term effects of that, and the guilt that he'll carry, all those aspects. And it was so well constructed in that it goes from that session, that songwriting moment where it's so magical, to the song's a hit, and Rick is trying to piece it all together. And I think that's just a testament to the writing and the direction, and it's a crazy outcome.
Paul's right in a sense of like nowadays, it's like whatever you can get, whatever little window. Jesus,
It's just a moment of solace,
Ugh.
Just a quantum of solace.
And just people being, just resolving the tension in the story is satisfying, and being able to square the injustice that happens in the movie and the personal threat to your identity and stuff, being able to figure that out